What's good with you guys? Your boy Devo here, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be checking out 10 unnoticeable times WWE wrestlers got saved from serious injury by WrestleMania. As always, a link to the original video will be in the description down below if you guys want to check it out for yourself. Yeah, man, tomorrow, January 15th, is my birthday. We may be doing a birthday stream, so you guys want to, if we do a stream, you guys want to stop in there, say happy birthday, greatly appreciate it. Or if you just want to, comment on this video and give me an early happy birthday, greatly appreciate it. But yeah, we're going straight to the video, man. As always, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to WrestleMania as well, too, because, he be putting out great content as well. And let's get straight to the video, man. It's not a very long one. 10 minutes. Oh, nah. See, I was there live for that.
The fundamental part of pro wrestling is that wrestlers must keep their opponents safe at all times. Wrestlers put their lives on the line on a nightly basis, and it's the onus of their opponent to make sure that the moves are performed correctly. And if something goes wrong, they're in a position to improvise and prevent injuries occurring. Join us now as WrestleMania looks at 10 unnoticeable times WWE wrestlers were saved from serious injury. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos.
And like I said, bro, hey, when I did a football video, y'all been showing love to the football video, so Seattle and San Fran play again, so we wanted to right to that game. But yeah, like I said, it's not gonna just be a complete shift. We're still gonna do wrestling stuff, so here you go.
Alexa Bliss. Now on the October 17th, 2025 edition of SmackDown, Sol Rucker and Zarya were given the opportunity of a lifetime. The duo would face Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair for the women's tag team titles, and the match was labeled by many as a test to see if both women were ready for the main roster call-up. Both women impressed in the match, and Zarya even saved Bliss from a serious injury. One of the key spots in the match saw Bliss attempting a Hurricane Runner from the apron, and the spot went badly wrong. It looked like Bliss was gonna land right on her head, but Zarya smartly improvised and planted her knee to the ground, so she stopped the momentum of Bliss's fall with immediate effect. Zarya was then smart enough to come up with a new spot on the fly, as she decided to smash Bliss into the barricade. This was an elaborate spot,
I think I'll stream that
drew attention away from the botch.
Maybe.
This was real quick thinking from Zarya, as she no doubt would have received widespread praise backstage for it.
Shout out to Zarya for that. Shout out to Zarya for that. I didn't peep. Oh, maybe did I peep? I don't know. I didn't peep that. She did a good job because I did think that was a planned spot. I thought that it was like a. At first, it was like a botch because like I figured that Zarya had like failed and was supposed to go into a Hurricane Rana at first, but then she planned it, improvised. Good shit. Good shit. Shout out to Zarya for keeping Alexa Bliss safe. If you want to show that you belong on the main roster, keeping one of the top women safe like that. That's a start for sure. Shout out to Zarya.
Number 9, The Undertaker. The Undertaker's last ride spot is one of the more ambitious finishes in wrestling. The reason for this is whilst the move always looked incredible when delivering it on smaller wrestlers, the dead man often wrestled larger-than-life wrestlers in WWE, so this could create a problem.
Satisfying.
Take, for instance, in 2001, The Undertaker would attempt to hit a last ride on Test on Raw, and it went horribly wrong. The Undertaker failed to judge just how heavy and tall Test was, so when he got him up in the air, he instantly lost his balance. Thankfully, the seasoned pro knew exactly what to do. The former WWE champion would use the ring ropes to his advantage, and he would push his back against them, and this would allow the ropes to support him, and it would also allow Test to push up from the dead man's chest into position.
Good thing they use ropes,
Whilst it did look a little awkward at first, the spot ended up looking amazing. More importantly, realistic, as Test managed to make it look like he was actively trying to avoid taking the move. Number 8, The Undertaker again.
The Undertaker twice?
Certainly made a career out of saving wrestlers from injury, and this extended to when fans got carried away. During the Attitude Era, certain fans would overstep established boundaries, and during a match in that era, a fan decided to throw a beer can at the head of Shane McMahon. The Undertaker somehow saw this coming, and he decided to punch it away before shifting his focus back onto McMahon.
And he did that shit. That was smooth. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was nonchalant as hell. I mean to say, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
With McMahon's head, it could have led to a deep laceration or even possibly a concussion.
For sure.
We're not sure how much beer was left in the can, so we don't know how heavy it was. But hopefully the fan was removed from the arena immediately, as this type of behavior has no place at a WWE show. Number 7, Mr. Kennedy. Now, Hornswoggle was given a huge spot.
Oh boy, I can already tell this is gonna be awkward. Hey, Hornswoggle. That's a
In the
tough
annual
one.
Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 23,
Wait,
Hornswoggle
look, hold on. Before we even
a
do that,
huge
hold
spot in
on.
the annual Money in
Look at this lineup. Look at this lineup. Edge. Hey, y'all can't see because I'm kind of in the way. But this is Edge. You know, shout out, it's the boy Punker, man. Booker T, Jeff, Randy, Finley, Matt, Mr. Kennedy. That is a lineup,
the Bank
boy.
ladder match at WrestleMania 23.
That is a
Hornswoggle
lineup.
was to take a Green Bay plunge from the ladder, and the person delivering this move was Mr. Kennedy. Kennedy wanted to look after Hornswoggle as much as humanly possible, as he had seen wrestlers get injured in these types of matches time and time again.
Man, Rick,
The way
too
Kennedy
old to be
achieved
doing
this
that.
was simple. As Kennedy over-rotated on the move, he took 99% of the impact. This was even confirmed by Hornswoggle himself during an interview with Chris Van Vliet. The spot looked incredible, and it was
It did.
fantastic to discover that both men came out of the spot without any injury. Number 6, Chris Jericho. Concussions are one of the most serious injuries a
Shit.
wrestler can suffer in the ring. Thankfully, thanks to modern day research and
Shit,
investment, we know a
man.
lot of information around concussions and head trauma, and top wrestling companies such as WWE take them
Jesus.
extremely
That was Jack Swagger too,
seriously.
wasn't it?
Jericho. Concussions are one of the most
Of course it was.
serious injuries a wrestler can suffer in the ring. Thankfully, thanks to modern day research and investment, we know a lot of information around concussions and head trauma, and top
I seen that.
wrestling
I seen that he
companies such
crashed
as
out, like-
WWE take them extremely
like months
seriously.
ago on
If
Tony
a
Khan.
concussion is suspected in a WWE match,
Oh, yeah, I remember
it's
that one. I
likely to
remember
be
that one.
called off. However, back in 2002, this wasn't the case, and wrestlers were expected to continue and finish the match as planned. This was the case
Nah,
during the
yeah, they
TLC
crazy
match
for
on
that.
Raw in 2002, as Bubba Ray Dudley suffered a serious concussion. The concussion was so substantial that
See nowadays they allow a lot more safer with that. If somebody gets a concussion, instantly check on them, and they'll just stop the match. I mean, not even with concussion, just with injuries in general. I mean, you seen that with Penta. Again, Penta versus Solo, where Penta got injured and they just stopped the match. And Penta wanted to continue, but and a lot of times with professional sports, you gotta tell the participants when to stop, because they're always gonna want to be on go. To most athletes, if they're breathing, they're good to go. So you got to kind of save them from themselves a lot of times.
Dudley didn't even have a clue where
So
he
I'm glad
was,
that they-
and he didn't even know how to climb a ladder.
Exactly,
But
like,
this is when
and
Chris
y'all kept the match going. Vince, what are we doing, buddy? Well, you ain't my buddy, but what are we
Jericho
doing?
stepped up as he realized that if Dudley continued as planned, he was going to get seriously hurt and could even potentially injure someone else in the match.
Exactly.
What Jericho did was extremely smart, as he in essence talked Dudley through key spots in the match in the most basic manner possible, probably including how to climb a ladder. This thankfully allowed Dudley to finish his scripted
Like,
spots, but it
if
goes
he's
without
in a
saying that
point,
Dudley
if he's at a point where he has to get told what to do, he has to get told how to climb a ladder, then why the hell is he still competing in the match? Man, just take him away, take him to the back. Devon is going to be without a tag team partner. And if they plan on having them win, I don't know the result of the match. If they plan on having them win, then have Devon just win by himself and then take the titles back to, do a segment where he takes the title back to Bubba and it's like, look what I did, man. Like, whatever.
should have been pulled from the match
Exactly.
immediately.
WrestleMania,
He would go
you
to
see,
hospital,
bruh.
and his concussion was so bad that he was asking for his mother, despite his mother passing away a number of years prior. Number
Vince McMahon, ladies and gentlemen.
5, Triple H. Now, speaking of concussions, one of the most terrifying
The fuck,
concussions in WWE took place in the main event of SummerSlam 2000. Kurt Angle was legitimately knocked out when he was pedigreed through the announce table by
what are you
Triple
doing,
H.
gang?
And once Triple H realized that Angle was seriously hurt, he stepped up and prevented Angle from further injury. According to the game himself during an appearance on Logan Paul's podcast, he insisted that Angle didn't move an inch. So I grab him by his straps and I pull him down and I said, dude, don't move. I hold him there and I tell the referee like he's out. So they take him on a cart to the back, which was supposed to happen, except that he's out and he has no idea where he is. We don't know if he's coming back. The whole thing is him coming from the back with Steph and coming from the back and doing all this stuff. But Triple H and The Rock, who was also in the match, were then forced to improvise on the spot.
See, there you go.
They didn't even know if Angle was going to return.
See, that's what you do. That is what you do. If you have a multi-man match, even if you don't have a multi-man match, and somebody gets badly injured, concussed, they tear something, break something, whatever, just take them to the back, have the other competitors finish the match out. And if the person that gets hurt or knocked out, whatever, was supposed to win the match, then you can just improvise and worry about that later down the line.
To in-ring action.
Like, come on, man.
None of this should have
Safety,
ever happened,
man.
but we didn't know this at the time.
Safety first,
Kurt
bro.
goes into the back. Rock and I are just working now. Now we're off script and we're just working. We're just talking to each other, and at some point we're getting feedback from the back, from the referee, and finally I just tell Earl Hebner, Earl, do not tell me one thing, with a lot of expletives in there, that they say in the back, I don't give a shit. I need one thing. Tell me if he's coming back, if he knows where he is. Triple H was truly incredible in the match, as Angle did eventually resurface. And
He
this was when
came
he
back?
realized that Angle was in even worse condition than he initially thought. Now here comes Kurt, and we see him. Steph has him like a kid, like walking him down the ramp, and he's glazed over. He has no idea where he is. Now Rock and I start doing stuff with him and literally just tell him what to do. At one point I go to punch him with Steph behind him, and he's got the duck and punch. I'm gonna hit Steph, and like you can see me rearing up, he's just looking at me. I know he's not ducking. I had to grab him by the neck and pull him out of the way so I could hit Steph. That was an absolute miracle that the match came together as well as it did, as it should have been a disaster. Angle has personally praised both Triple H and The Rock for their efforts in the match, as they did without a doubt act like total pros. Number 4, CM Punk.
sure, but
It's vital that during
shouldn't have
ladder
went
and
back
Money in
out
the Back
there, man.
matches, the wrestlers look after each other, as some of the spots in the match could lead to career-ending injuries if they go wrong. At WrestleMania 25, the biggest spot in the match saw Shelton Benjamin leap from the top of the ladder onto a mass of humanity. Whilst it wasn't directly picked up on camera, it was clear that the way Benjamin was falling, he was gonna land straight on his head. But CM Punk was awesome in this, and clearly noticed what was gonna happen, and rotated Benjamin's head at the last moment, as when the camera cut to the fall out of the spot on the floor, Punk had Benjamin's head cradled in his arms. These are the types of saves that are extremely common, and it's often the duty of the wrestlers in the match to ensure that their opponents have a safe landing.
That's just almost so subtle, you don't even really notice.
Number 3, Dominic Mysterio. Now in 2024 on Raw, Dominic Mysterio showed the world why he's one of the best young wrestlers in the world. Rhea Ripley was involved in a spot where she got tangled in the ropes.
So I went to this one live. I was there live for this one. And boy, the gasp in the crowd. The gasp out of the crowd when Liv pushes her and this happens.
It looked like she was about to smash her head onto the
Dom,
floor.
Dom.
Mysterio, who was literally a foot away from Ripley, decided to stick his foot out, and this stopped Ripley from landing on her head. Mysterio quite rightly received a ton of praise for this save, as his quick thinking saved Ripley from what could have been a nasty head injury. This type of wrestling mentality is what makes good wrestlers become exceptional.
Man, good. Shout out to you, Dom. Shout out to you, Dom, because I mean, hey, that crowd love Rhea. That crowd love Rhea for sure. So we would have seen her bust her head open, bro. Like, oh my lord. Shout out to you, Dom. And it's a good thing. First of all, it's a good thing that Dom was there to do that. And it's also a good thing that Rhea Ripley isn't taller than what she is. Because if she's probably getting taller, she could have for sure hit her head. And that, man. So good shit, Dom.
And it's this type of quick thinking that makes a pro wrestler incredibly valuable as a
shout out to Dirty Dom, man.
Talent. Number 2,
the real ladies,
Kofi
man.
Kingston. Sometimes in wrestling, a wrestler stepping up to save their opponent can have dire consequences. This was the case for Kofi Kingston in 2023 SmackDown.
Or Mercedes,
Drew McIntyre would perform a signature dive over the ropes, but he failed to get enough momentum. Due to this, Kingston, who was one of the men who was supposed to catch McIntyre, moved forward to take all of the blow.
Good shit, Kofi.
Kingston's quick thinking stopped McIntyre.
See, that's the beautiful thing about wrestling is like in character or whatever, they hate each other. I mean, sometimes backstage they don't really like each other, but at the end of the day, you got to keep each other safe. Like, yes, you want to go out there with the kayfabe intent to injure your opponent or hurt your opponent enough to win the match with the kayfabe intent. But at the end of the day, wrestling is so much different than other sports, because in most sports, guys only care, like football. I mean, you don't go out there with the well, some people do. You don't go out there with the intent to hurt, but you want to hit somebody to where it's like, hey, you ain't gonna want the ball no more. If it's football, basketball, you see a lot of dirty plays and stuff like that. Guys shoving, pushing, stepping on each other, all type of shit. But with wrestling, it's a combat sport. But they also try to keep each other safe at the same time. So it's like I don't know. It's like weird, bro. It's like weird to explain. It's like art in a way.
Injury, but in doing so, he injured his ankle and was
Yeah.
forced to miss a considerable amount of time.
See,
from
he
in-ring
saved
action.
somebody
And
else
number one,
from getting injured, but injured himself.
Now, Asuka is often
Keeping
praised
people
for
safe.
being one of the greatest female pro wrestlers of all time, and for
Facts.
good reason.
Shout out to Asuka.
Whilst Asuka's in-ring work
Fuck
looks
you,
stiff
Goldberg.
and sometimes brutal, she attained a reputation for being incredibly safe in the ring and having insanely good ring awareness. On Raw in November 2025, Charlotte Flair was about to take the insane elbow from Kairi Sane, and this is when Asuka noticed that Flair's arm was completely out of position. For
Yeah.
the double team spot to work effectively and safely, the wrestler who's taking the move must keep their arm at their side. Unfortunately, Flair's arm dropped, so if the move proceeded, she would have had a landing that may have led to her breaking her arm.
Yeah.
Asuka immediately realized this moment before Sane hit the move, and she adjusted Flair's arm to the correct position. Asuka did this in
Very
such a
subtle,
way that it was
Asuka.
hard to notice.
Goldie.
Once fans picked up on this save on social media, the
Shout
Empress
out
of
to
Tomorrow
you.
was given her flowers. But there you have it, folks. 10 unnoticeable times that WWE wrestlers were saved from serious injury.
Yeah, there you have it. Hey, shout out to you, Oscar, for keeping, Mother Charlotte safe. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Charlotte, too. A lot of those were very just subtle. Just things that you don't notice, like, as it's going on. But once you slow it down, break it down, you can see. So shout out, yeah, that's why I say, like I said, bro, wrestling is like kind of art in a way. Cause it's like, yes, they go out there like with the kayfabe mindset to beat up their opponent and enough to win matches or to take them off of TV for months or whatever. But at the same time, as you're doing all that, you have to keep that person safe because you don't actually want to hurt that person. Football, shit, some of them niggas don't care. They don't care. They want it. They want it. They're gonna hit you hard. That's what it is. Some people go out there and they try to injure people, and that's just what it is. But with wrestling, it's just crazy because, like I said, combat sport. Like the moves are real. Every punch that they throw ain't gonna land, but like suplexes, hurricane, like all that shit, real DDTs. Those are real moves, real impacts. A lot of those moves hurt, but at the same time, your ultimate goal is to make sure that you and your opponent do not walk away with serious injuries. So that's like I said, it's just like hard to explain, but it's like art to me. But yeah, that's the video, man. That's 10 unnoticeable times WWE wrestlers got saved from serious injuries by WrestleMania. Like I said, link to there is a video in the description. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe to WrestleMania as well, and over here as well. Like I said, bro, for all the football people, if y'all want me to continue to do football stuff, let me know. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want me to do other teams other than just my team as well, let me know that as well. Cause I'm going in this with the intent just to do my team as long as we keep around and stick in the playoffs. But for next season as well, I want to do just my team. But if you guys want me to do your favorite teams, y'all gotta let me know that. Y'all got to let me know. And yeah, if y'all want to wish me an early happy birthday in the comments, I appreciate you. And if we do a stream tomorrow and y'all want to pop in there and say happy birthday there as well. Don't know what the plan will be if we do stream. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'll probably leave it up to y'all. I mean, if y'all would like a birthday stream, y'all gotta let me know. But yeah, that's gonna be the video, man. I appreciate y'all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.